Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a new quarterback, and his name is Baker Mayfield. He's going to be replacing Tom Brady, and that's a huge shadow to get yourself out of, that's for sure. That's a huge shadow cast upon him. Baker Mayfield is no stranger to controversy. He's no stranger to back against the wall. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Baker Mayfield. This is a great opportunity for Baker Mayfield to showcase his talent one more time, because he's surrounded by a pretty good roster, let's face it. He has Mike Evans, he has Chris Godwin. Consistent offensive line that will give him time. Now, the question is, can he put this all together? I wouldn't say it's as loaded as his rosters were in Cleveland, especially those last 2 years, but it's still a pretty good roster nonetheless. Defensively, not as good as they used to be when Tom Brady was there, but still pretty consistent. I think they can be disruptive. Not going to be a team that is going to be at the bottom of the division. I think they'll be pretty competitive to start, and if they can survive some injuries and be relatively healthy, I think this team is going to be fairly competitive. Not quite a playoff team, but I think they'll be 7-10, 8-9 range. I think that's a very big possibility there. Be disruptive to more of the favorite teams that we'll be talking about later in this podcast in the NFC South. But overall, I think Baker has an opportunity to showcase what he can do, lock up a starting gig, because if this goes off the tracks, then the Bucs should be in full tank mode. They should be doing a fire sale of all their biggest pieces. Mike Evans already said he seems that he's out the door, and Bucs could get him for pennies on the dollar, but they could still get some draft picks, get some assets back for him, because they shouldn't let him walk for nothing. We'll see what happens with the rest of the team, but Baker really has to show up or show out. Otherwise, I think his chances of being a starting quarterback are over. Gonna be more of a backup kind of quarterback moving forward, and could be tankathon again for another team that is looking for Caleb Williams as their future starting quarterback.